Yes, Viktor Gyökeres Bane is finally here. You can stop checking Reddit, you can stop checking Arsenal news. He's finally here. It's done at last. It feels a bit like we're in a dream that it's finally happened. After months and months of negotiations, the Arsenal announcement has dropped. Have you watched it? What did you think of it? I thought it was really good. I thought it was hard hitting. I think the quote that they used was really good. So I'm going to read that for you here. Single-mindedness, the quality of being focused and determined on a single goal or purpose. The characteristic of being committed to an ideal. Every step you've taken has led you here. So blank out the noise and bend it to your will. Faith, ferocity, focus. Show them who you are. Welcome to the family. I thought the announcement was brilliant. The scene where the ball breaks the defender's head on the training stand, I thought was a fantastic touch, especially when they say bend it to your will. So I'm just watching this again, and I just think it was so well done by the Arsenal team. I think those qualities say a lot about Gyökeres's personality and character. So ferocity and focus and also goals. So finally, after months of negotiation, he's finally here, and everyone can start to get excited now that he's part of the squad. So the actual fee is £63 million or 73 million euros. What do you think of that price? I don't care because he's here finally, and we needed a killer. We needed someone who is going to have that drive to score. I think Havertz is a fantastic player. His technique, his stamina, his closing down of opponents is really good, but he struggles when it comes to scoring. I get the feeling that he prefers to pass the ball than to take the responsibility of shooting, and I think that it's just that his instinct to score just isn't there. So having someone like Gyökeres, who has an eye for goal, is a killer, wants to score, has that drive to score, I think it's so exciting. And so 73 million euros, 63 million pounds for a 27-year-old. So he's 1 or 2 years older than Isak and a lot cheaper. So he's 27, and the add-ons as well. I think it was quite interesting to see what all the fuss was about with Sporting about the actual add-ons. So for every 20 games Gyökeres plays, so he requires 45 minutes per appearance. Sporting will receive 1.25 million euros up to a total of 5 million euros. And if you think about it, over a 5-year contract, that's perfectly achievable. For every 20 combined goals and assists, Arsenal will pay an additional 500,000 euros up to a total of 1 million. I think that's a good incentive for him to do well. For each qualification to the group stage of the UEFA Champions League, Sporting will receive 1 million up to a total of 4 million. So I think it's pretty much guaranteed that he is going to hit those targets, and Sporting are going to receive those add-ons. So like I said, 73 million euros, 63 million pounds, I think, for the quality of the striker. And it's a similar price that we paid for Aubameyang and Lacazette. And if you think about now, we're in 2025, so I believe it represents good value. It's a bit of a risk. People have talked about him playing in a lower league, farmers league, as you will. But then still, he has to do it. And the amount of goals he scored, he proves that he can score goals. And at this point of the time, this is what we need. So it feels like this is the final stage where Arteta has thought, right, we've tried building, gutting out the squad, getting rid of dead weight, getting rid of players that don't have the right attitude, putting his type of players in that have the drive, that have the intelligence and play to a certain style that he wants. Now this feels like the icing on the cake. So I'm really excited. And that everyone, you can start to put him in your FPL squad. I wonder what his price will be. So Arsenal spending this summer is about £204 million, with Zubimendi, Kepa, Norgard, Madueke and Mosquera. So I think that those signings have been really intelligent signings, and it was just a build up over the weeks. And this is why it's nice that Gyökeres has finally signed. If he was the first signing, I think most of the fans would have been happy. Like, we've taken care of the top priority, which is to get a striker. Now we can focus on everything else. The reason why it's been so difficult, as you well know, is that it feels like Arteta has been moving the pieces around the board, positioning other players, but we needed that focal point. And I feel like you're going to have other rival teams who are going to be watching his videos and his tapes and trying to figure out a way to stop him. If you saw when he played Arsenal, Saliba and Kiwior did a decent job of shutting him down, especially with Saliba getting up tight to him, getting up close to him. But there is that famous occasion, I'm sure you've seen the chance, where he rolls Saliba, he runs past, keeps Kiwior, tries to keep up to speed with him, just about manages, but still Gyökeres gets a powerful shot away and hits the post. So this is what is so exciting, is that if he is training with these caliber of defenders day in, day out, he will pick up things. He will pick up what to do when a defender is close to him, because I feel that that's the way that a lot of teams are going to say, right, how can we stop him, is to get up close, mark him tight, have someone sweeping up behind if he manages to roll the first defender. So he's going to have to be smart, but being in this environment with these high quality defenders, he is going to pick up and learn a lot. The thing that I love about Gyökeres is the fact that he spent time in the lower divisions in English football, and he's gone abroad. He's shown that he can do it. Also, the celebration here. So the celebration as well, I think, is going to hit hard when he scores in his first game of the season, and he does that celebration, and everyone else in the team does that celebration. It's going to make a statement, and I think that's the main thing, is that this signing has made a statement, and we've still got a few weeks left of pre-season. So he has a chance now to integrate into the squad, to play for a couple of weeks. So it's good that it's been done. It would have been better to have completed this a couple of weeks ago, to have even more time, but we could have been in a worse situation where we're going into August, haven't signed a striker, and Isak is floating around, and people are becoming disgruntled and just losing that passion for the other signings, because the other signings have been smart, with Zubamendi coming in to replace Partey, Kepa, who is a decent keeper, Norgard as well. And there's questions over Norgard in terms of his age, his mobility, but coming in, he's not going to be first choice. And I love the fact that he understands that, he recognizes that. So he went from being in the first position, first team in Brentford, and now he's okay with being a backup because he knows he's going to play. And just and as well with Madueke, I think that a lot of people on social media, you had the impression that people were annoyed at this signing, and I think it was because it's a sequence of who we signed, and people were just becoming disgruntled, thinking that why you can use this £50 million and put it somewhere else. But from looking at his highlights, you can see that he has an incredible burst of pace. He's very direct. A lot of us were apprehensive about the signing because we've been burnt with Pepe before. We had all the high hopes before, and then we just were left disappointed. But Madueke, he is not 70 million, and that feels like that's a different tier when you go into 70 or 80. He is 50, and it seems that this is the going rate for a really good winger. So he has that potential. He has that potential for Arteta to let Saka rest, or to give Martinelli competition, because Martinelli now knows there's someone breathing down his neck. He has to perform. And sometimes when you have that pressure, it can force you to not overthink things and just go for it and be at the top of your game. Mosquera as well is a nice signing. So having that youth, so it's a very interesting signing as well. And having backup for Saliba is very interesting, because last season I think we surprised a lot of people with the amount of injuries we had, but still managing to finish second. And just imagine what we can do this year. So yes, other teams have strengthened. They will continue to strengthen, because I think that they're going to see the signing and think, oh no, what are we going to do? We have to start strengthening even more. But you can't focus on that. You can't control that. All you can control is what you can do. So this is why I'm so happy. And I do think that getting Eze as well would be the further icing on the cake. So to add some backup to Odegaard, although we have Nwaneri, and he did fantastic in the preseason game. Having someone a bit older there as well can be good, because he can also cover on the left side as well if we need him to, although that is not his optimal position. But going back to Gyökeres, I just think that finally it's here, and the Arsenal team have been doing a really good job with the announcement videos. I feel this one, they did miss a trick, I think, with the Bane. I'm just watching it again here. But at the end, with his celebration, and not just showing his celebration, they show him bringing his hands up and doing the celebration. So I think that just adds, and it gave me goosebumps at the end when I saw it. So well done to the Arsenal team for that. That was brilliant. So let me know, what did you think of this? This is exciting news. It's breaking news. I'm so happy that it's finally done. You can relax. You can start thinking about who's going to play where, how they're going to play. but it's fantastic. It's brilliant. Let me know what you thought of this news, this amazing news, in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.